Yo, what's going on the YouTube's SEO0320 representing JVS. It's such a beautiful day. I don't know if you can see, I'm just joking. It's actually very dreary, very wet, the DMV area. But I just wanted to kind of convey my thoughts on the acknowledgement one, that Gotham season finale is tonight. On top of the season finale, moving into 2019, fall of 2019, it will be continuing with a season 5. So there's a couple different things I guess that come to mind. As far as the finale tonight, I can't wait. I am so excited for the season 5 finale. I think that they have all the ability of making this probably one of the best episodes, just because there are no preconceived notions about what could happen, should happen, other than just the storyline of No Man's Land. If you don't know what No Man's Land story is, I'm not going to spoil it for you here, but it's catastrophic based on the comics. You can already kind of tell when you have Ra's al Ghul and Mr. J, which I'm going to call him, Jeremiah, working together, they're going to succeed. Honestly, everything that Ra's al Ghul has done up until this point has succeeded. Like, he hasn't lost anything. And technically, everything that the Velasquez brothers have done has worked in one way, shape, or form. So you got to come to the realization that what the creators said was the show is going to be completely different after this point, where you're going to have villains having to work together with villains, heroes having to work with villains, and it's just going to be a hot mess. So predictions for tonight, I think that there's going to be a terrible event. Of course, it's going to happen, but I think that there might be some notable deaths. I don't know from who. I really don't want Harvey to die. They kind of telegraphed that in the last episode, just because I could see Jeremiah being vindictive and being like, oh, you're the one that actually stopped my bombs, and killing him. That'll add so much weight to his character, to kill such an amazing character like Bullock. That would be messed up for the continuity point of the comics, but at the same time, crap, I just realized I didn't park here. Uh-oh. At the same time, what it does, it adds a totally different nuance to the character Mr. J or Jerome moving into the 5th season. Second prediction, that Jerome makes it out alive. And I'm praying there's a moment where he can't control his laughter because of something that Bruce does to make this disconnect for him mentally and emotionally. Because up until this point, he had been saying, well, Bruce, you're just like me, like, you're this, you're that. And I think that there's going to be a point where he realizes he is insane, and he has to deal with that revelation. And once he deals with that revelation, it's going to drive him into madness. Madness bodes laughter for the Joker, or for Mr. J, I'm going to call him. And if they have a moment with him locked up in a cell somewhere, he's uncontrollably laughing in the same exact position where the brother that he said was stupid is in, it'll be TV masterpiece. And I know for a fact that my man Cameron Monaghan will nail it. That's one prediction. I think we're going to really get to see Bruce lose it as well. I think that there's going to be something that's going to be broke open in Bruce. We saw different glimpses of it in different ways throughout this season, but I think that something legit is going to break out of him in the way that he combats evil. And I think that that's going to be the next stepping stone into him engaging into his destiny as the Dark Knight, as Batman. I think that Jim's going to suffer a major loss. I don't know why I think that, but I just kind of feel like something's going to really happen. And I don't think it's just Bullock. I think something else seriously notable is going to happen. I just really think that the heroes are going to take a serious L, and the city is going to be in disarray. And it really will be a place of lawlessness that they've kind of been alluding to since Jump Street. So we'll see where that goes moving forward. But this is the biggest thing that I guess I talked to a couple different notable people. Shout out to Gotham Addicts. Shout out to Gotham Podcast. Shout out to Bubble Talks. Those guys have been keeping up with things just as much as I have. I've reviewed every single episode of Gotham since season 1, and I've enjoyed every single thing. It's just gotten continuously better. So the revelation that it got renewed for a 5th season was just amazing. I was so over the top and ecstatic by that. And then it's kind of tempered in a way when it came to 13 episodes. And so this is where it goes into the beyond stuff. I know they've already projected that this next season will be Bruce going into his destiny, which to me alludes to by the end of the 5th season, there has to be some kind of time jump, which is unfortunate because David may not be the end resolve Batman, kind of like what Tom Welling was able to be for Smallville. One of the faults, though, that came to Smallville was a no flights, no tights rule, unfortunately. And unfortunately, the same exact thing has happened to Gotham, where Cameron Monaghan has openly said that the creators can't call him the Joker. And they've even kind of telegraphed that it might be somebody completely different. Same exact thing when it comes to Batman. The very series is over with, they can't officially call him Batman. So, unfortunately, that is the same exact state that Smallville was in, where Smallville, we didn't even really get to see Tom Welling in the whole suit because he didn't want to do it. He didn't want to be flying around in it. And I pray that's not what we get when it comes to Gotham. But I feel like it's inevitable, unfortunately, unless something changes. And I guess I'll talk about that change, what they could actually do to change that. With 13 episodes, they definitely can make sure they keep it tight, don't deal with any stupid filler stuff. But you got to think around episode 10 or 11, there's going to be some kind of time shift, probably after the fact of, if this season doesn't end with Bruce going with Ra's al Ghul to go train, then it's going to have to end with him by the 10th episode of the 5th season working to train with Ra's al Ghul. And so if that's the case, oh, it's not great. I guess we're going to see where that actually leads, but it's going to have to lead to some kind of time jump unless they do something totally different. So this is my thing that I'm hoping for. What I'm hoping for is that Fox, if they're not really dealing with this stupid craziness when it comes to the trade-off with the acquisition for Disney or Comcast buying them out, that we will. They've already shifted that Lucifer is out, right? And I think that Lucifer came on at 9 o'clock right after Gifted, because I would always look at Gifted on Monday nights. And then I would just turn off the TV because I'm not really a big advocate for Lucifer, the show, as it were, or any other thing related to the word or the name. But I mean, if they get their new season, that'd be dope. Hopefully they get it on a different show or Netflix or Hulu or something like that, or even on the DC Universe, because it's a part of the DC Universe brand, as it were. But imagine if Gifted came on, right, on Monday nights at 8, and then following that, Gotham. Do you know how much exposure Gotham get? Because I think that on Thursday nights, you got Thursday Night Football, you got like some really heavy hitter shows. I think even Atlanta is on Thursday nights. And I'm thinking that if they move it, if I'm praying that they do, move Gotham to having like a back-to-back Gifted, Gotham, or Gotham, then Gifted, I think that it'll service them in the long run heavily. And if they do that, like, and it starts peaking and getting some really good ratings, it'll have like this supernatural effect. When I mean by supernatural, I'm talking about the CW show Supernatural, where they have continued on time and time again when they should have been actually canceled just for viewer demand. And I think, honestly, from a service standpoint, even if, hypothetically speaking, they don't, like, say hypothetically speaking, they still doing that. I don't know why it's doing that. Any other time, my internet would be just fine. I don't know why it's doing that, guys. I apologize. I'm not sure how much you guys heard. I'm gonna try to re-say what I said in the summarization. That I'm just saying that I think that if Gotham moved to Monday nights, their viewership would rise up, especially coming off of how good Gifted has been. If you had a back-to-back Gifted then Gotham, I think that that would be ideal. And on top of that, even if they rounded out 13 episodes and they have really good viewership, the DC Universe streaming station could pick them up, or anybody else like Netflix. Honestly, to me, Gotham is one of those shows that could be honestly just like Netflix related. Like it's that kind of tone, it's that kind of seriousness, and they could go leap and bounds, especially having more of a mature version of Gotham, even if they have to change the name of it to something transfers from being Gotham to a Dark Knight or something like that. So I just think that if they move it to a different night moving forward, to Monday nights or something like that, I think that it would be very good for the show as a whole. The other part of that is now that Supergirl is moved to Sunday nights, and you got Legends of Tomorrow days and Arrow at, I think, Mondays at 9 o'clock, that to me makes a little bit more sense. I would potentially, if that's the case, put Gotham versus DC Legends of Tomorrow, because you can kind of go back and forth with either one of those. If you're a really heavy fan of DC Legends of Tomorrow, you can always go back and see that later. That show's actually been doing good enough that you could do that. But Gotham really needs exposure. And I think that having something like that for Fox, I think that'd be a good way of actually pulling it. So I apologize that my network has been going in and out. It looks like a lot of you guys are gone. But again, I kind of went over my predictions of tonight's season finale. I think it's going to be really dope. Just as long as they don't kill Jeremiah for some stupid reason. I'd love to have him be locked up and have this madness moment where he just uncontrollably laughs. I think that that would be masterful storytelling and just a positional setup. If he does something detrimental to the group, like killing somebody like Bullock, for instance, that would be insane. I would love for Bruce to end up working with and training under Ra's al Ghul without his choice. Like, he just knows, like, this is what the city will need. I could see, honestly, Ra's al Ghul destroying everything, showing him, look, now look and see what all these villains are capable of, what they're willing to do. You, as you are right now, are not capable of being able to protect this city. In one of the trailers, I believe that Alfred said, the city is not your responsibility. And Bruce said, I'm making it my responsibility. That is who Bruce and Batman are to their core. That definitely is them. So I think that it would only be beautiful symmetry to have him go with the man that he supposedly thought he killed, and the man that technically is lighting his, House of Order on fire, in order to train to be a better monster in so many different ways. Like, it takes a monster, it takes a wolf to kill a wolf. I'm going training day on this. So I think that that would be really amazing if they did that, and I'm hoping that they do something like that. Now, I think the Ra's al Ghul portion of the training, that could be bled into the 5th season, but it would be so amazing if Gotham season finale ended with him leaving with Ra's al Ghul to go and start training. I think that that would be perfect, because then you literally have, like, Gotham Savior gone and everybody left to disarray of the city and having to regroup. But he knows the end game is kind of like Dr. Strange said, end game is I need to be ready to really bring this city back from the disarray that it's in right now, which would cause a rift, which would cause a huge rift with him and Selena, which would break Alfred, for Alfred to sit there and be in Gotham, but without the person that he really loves. And really, it would be interesting to me. I think that would be a really good plot point moving forward if that happened. And then we see, next time we see Bruce again, like, he is in shape, he is better, he's refined, he's bigger. And I think David right now is 17 years old. By the time the 5th season starts, he'll be 18. From a physicality standpoint, if he starts training now, he actually could really, look that part. So we'll see what they do with it. But moving forward and beyond, I think that I don't have any other, I can't imagine what Gotham will be itself. Like, I don't know how the characters will facilitate other than Bruce. Like, I really don't know. And I love that I can't predict that. I really do love that I can't predict where things are going to actually go for everybody else. I think that's what makes Gotham so amazing, is that you can't always predict where it's going to go, and they don't have these constraints or weights aside from names, aside from ownership of certain rights and stuff. But again, so I already brought up what I said about changing the nights, and I think that the show itself, it could last longer. And this is the thing. If it goes and the viewership is really high and they go and say, okay, instead of 13 episodes, we're going to give you 22 episodes, 22 episodes turn into a 6th season, dude, we could have a full-fledged whole new series. They could spin off Gotham and make it just called like A Dark Knight or The Night or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And I wished for that when it came to Smallville, because they had mentioned that when Smallville was on that they might make a show called Metropolis. And ironically now they're coming up with some show called Metropolis, but it's going to be with Lex Luthor and Lois Lane, which doesn't make sense without Clark Kent. But back then they were talking about making Metropolis a TV movie. Imagine a TV movie event where you get to see like Batman just deal with everything that's happened for these 6 to 7 years that we started the series. That would be phenomenal. But again, shout out to everybody that has been an advocate for Gotham, everybody that's pushing for Gotham, whether it be Ben McKenzie, whether it be David, whether it be Cameron or both the Camerons. All of them, all the actors have really pushed forward with trying to petition for this show to continue, and that's the reason why us as a fan base and them have been the best advocate to keeping the show into a 5th season. Even if it's 13 episodes, we really should be grateful and thankful that we're even getting that. So commendations to all of them, commendations to people on Twitter, like I said, Boba Talks, Gotham Addicts, Gotham Podcast. Gotham Podcast, they got a really interesting podcast that's going to be coming up really soon, so definitely go and check them out. And I'm thinking about trying to do a discussion on Gotham as well. So let me know if you guys are interested in trying to join in or chat in or trying to keep on getting cut out. But I'll talk to you guys a little bit later on. Hope y'all enjoyed this. Keep it locked. JVS, we ain't gonna stop. Make sure you tune in to Gotham. Give it as many views as possible. I definitely be doing coverage and a reaction later on tonight, guaranteed. I still need to do my Westworld reaction, post that up. I'm gonna try to work on that as soon as I get home. I gotta get some gas right now though. Keep it locked. JVS, we ain't gonna stop. Whoo, Gotham. Whoo, buddy. Peace, guys. Oh, let me check the chat real quick. I'm sorry. Let's see what we got from Brazil. What's going on? I think Jeremiah would die considering he's not a real Joker. I think Jeremiah gets killed. I pray not. Did you hear about Alfred's spinoff series? That was dumb. I did. I thought it was a joke. Yeah, I did too. I hope it is too. So hype, Gotham being renewed. Hope it can move forward to another network. Hey JVS, started watching your videos because of Gotham. I think your season finale will be lit. Only reason why I don't think that Jeremiah is gonna die is because Cameron Monaghan alluded to he's decided moving into a 5th season. You guys, I'm about to go because things just keep on happening. I'll see if I get 13 episodes. It's Jamie O'Keefe. How's it been, bro? What's going on, Jamie? How's it going, bro? Shout out to you, Mr. J. Do you think there's a chance you could go past season 5? I do, and I'm praying that it will. We just got to do our job and our due diligence to stand on top of it. And when it does get a brand new night, if that night is a night that's accessible to you, watch the crap out of it. And if we watch the crap out of it, the viewership is going to speak for itself, because that's going to make the money, productivity. And I think that the people that are in this show really would love for it to go past 10 seasons. But the thing is that now, after this 5th season, the way that they designed it, things are going to have to shift, and maybe it make a different kind of show. Yeah. So I'll talk to y'all later. I got to go because I might get cut out one more time. Talk to y'all later. Peace, guys.